elevation and depression of the scapula and protraction and retraction of the scapula are often misrepresented in textbooks and videos. They are actually motions at the sternoclavicular joint, and the scapula essentially goes along for the ride. So we have an anterior and posterior axis. That's going to allow for elevation of the clavicle at the SC joint and depression of the clavicle at the SC joint. And then we also have a roughly vertical axis at the SC joint that allows for protraction of the clavicle and retraction of the clavicle at the SC joint. There is a third axis of the SC joint. When we do elevation, it is typically concurrent with a little bit of posterior rotation along a longitudinal axis, which runs approximately medial to lateral, at least from anatomical position. So elevation and associated posterior rotation of the clavicle at the SC joint. Then on the way back down, we have depression with associated anterior rotation of the clavicle at the SC joint. If we look at the scapula, when we do retraction, we do actually bring the scapula closer to the ribs, closer to the spine, and when we do protraction, it moves away from the spine. So sometimes these motions are called abduction and adduction. I don't like that term because it takes the emphasis away from the SC joint and puts the focus on the scapula. Now there will be movement of the scapula relative to the SC joint, and that's going to be just a little bit of external rotation of the scapula at the AC joint during retraction, and a little bit of internal rotation of the scapula at the AC joint during protraction. If we do elevation of the clavicle at the SC joint, you can see the glenoid fossa does point up, but this is not considered upward rotation of the scapula because upward rotation of the scapula is a term we use at the AC joint. So this is upward rotation of the scapula at the AC joint, acromioclavicular joint. This is downward rotation of the scapula at the acromioclavicular joint. And they will go hand in hand with the clavicular motion from the SC joint. So elevation of the SC joint along with upward rotation of the scapula at the AC joint. When you raise the arms overhead, if you're coming back down, you will have downward rotation of the scapula at the AC joint and depression of the clavicle at the SC joint. Hopefully that clears things up. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.